Another video trading for beginners about amateur hour. Come check this out. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is a little back to basics video about amateur hour. You know, a lot of people in the Discord room come and go, and they have questions, or we talk about certain things they might not be familiar with, and this is one of the topics that I realized I have not done a video on, and so I wanted to explain it for some of the newer folks, and let's just start with it. So amateur hour, as I describe it, and is known by most brokers and long-term veterans of the market, it's the first hour of the trading day. Why is it considered amateur hour? Well, you don't even need the charts to know why. People who are reading the news, the headlines, what's going on in the world, whatever, tend to make actions in the first hour of the day. You know, the markets are closed from 4 o'clock Eastern Standard till 9:30. There, builds a pent-up demand, emotions, anxieties, all these things that trigger people to do irrational and stupid things, basically. All that builds up in those times. They're reading the news, they think, they know what's going on. And then ultimately, the market opens, and guess what? That fight or flight, fear-based, emotional, irrational action is, I gotta act. And so guess what? Amateur hour is described as the first hour because that's when people tend to act in the first hour. They get a little irrational. They act amateurish. They don't think about what's going on in the bigger picture, and they just react to the news. So if there's something bad happens, they sell. No matter, even if the markets are at lows. If something good happens, for example, on a stock that's rising, they just buy it. They tend to, if you're familiar with this mindset or been there, because again, I don't think anyone's immune to this, and myself included, that at some point in your lifetime of trading, you read a headline, you had a position, you had a feeling that based on the things that you're reading or were interpreting from the market, that you had to act, and you felt like you had to do it in the first hour. And this is why I'm doing this video, because a lot of people don't realize sometimes the best times to sell covered calls, sell some stock, buy stock, is during amateur hour, because you will see, again, it's really hard to pull up just on the charts, but be aware that sometimes the high and the low of a day for a particular stock or even the market can be in the first hour. Why? Because that's where the most emotion comes in. It's the most panic. Think about the market makers. When people on a down day are putting in their sell orders, the market maker now can see what's going on. All these orders now are on the books for the broker. They line up the sells at the open. If they see there's an overwhelming amount of sells coming, they pull all their bids and they let the retail traders sell to themselves, basically, in the sense that the market maker is going to let the price drop to an extreme to bring out more volume. And a classic example of that is TLT. We talked about this 5-day range. We said this was an outside reversal day. Well, the open today on the TLT, we'll see if I end up being right or wrong on this trade. It's ultimately one of those things where we're at the, look at the TLT. It's gotten crushed. Rates have gone higher. I think we can all agree on that. At this point in the market, at this action, you had a 5-day range. You had a look below and fail, and now you gap down lower. Well, I go to my Twitter feed. I go to the news. I'm reading rates are going higher. Every single person agrees rates are going higher. As the natural contrarian, knowing that the market is meant to take money, not give it, you have to have in your brain a little shot clock timer of a reference that if everybody thinks something's going to happen, and you know that the statistics are that 95%, 98% of traders fail within 3 to 5 years, the market is probably setting a trap in the AM. And so we talked about the morning, and so don't be surprised the first 10 minutes. Oh, this chart is not updated. Apologize. The opening of the market, we're talking about 60 minutes seems to be working. I'll fix that later. Like, people were going to sell the first hour. So this is the first hour. Keep in mind this has all hours included, except for when the actual market is I guess it's completely closed, so it includes like the pre-market and post-market trading on this hourly chart, which is important for this particular scenario. Market opens in the first hour, everybody's dumping. Keep in mind, my hours are on Mountain Standard Time. Everyone's dumping. Now, again, maybe this might not be the best example, but the reason why I'm bringing this up, for example, is that at the lows, the media and the news are the strongest bearish bonds. Everybody's bearish bonds. Everyone thinks rates are going higher. I mean, the Feds are out there talking hawkish. Everybody's freaking out. But keep in mind, the bond markets may have already priced that in short term. Now, am I expecting bonds to go back to the 150s? Probably not. But is there not a 10-point, maybe 15-point pop coming? That's what I'm looking for. So I hope that kind of helps, like just the mentality. I apologize. I was going to try to do on the TLT, but these aren't my trading computer charts. But what you really need to know, and I'll bottom line this for amateur hours, keep in mind the first hour of the day potentially is the high and the low of them in a market or a particular stock, because if the emotions are high, the market makers are going to line up the sell orders at the open if they see a ton of people looking to do market sells at the open. So they'll pull their bids, they'll let the stock naturally drop, or if it's the reverse, like there's really good news, they'll pull all their sell orders and let all the buy orders from retail pile up so it pushes something higher than it should. And then just keep in mind, like the first hour is full of emotion. People are panicking, you know, especially if it's a news-based open, you know, like there's some sort of news. And for me, looking at the TLT, I'm not right by entering here. Clearly the price action was a trap, or whatever you want to say it is. Again, you don't believe in certainty, but when I look at this action, I said 5-day range, multiple gap downs. I mean, this thing has been going crazy, and the news is at its worst. So if it's amateur hour is going to be a bottom in the TLT, that's what I'd be looking for. That's kind of what the basis of this video is, and I apologize that the 10-minute isn't working correctly. I don't want to refire this video. I got to change some of the settings on it because it's clearly not at 130.89. And yeah, that's just it. So watch it. If you're not in this trade, that's fine. But watch the action. Think about the like the lemming mentality, you know. And this is some of the comments in the Discord when we talk about, you know, when everybody's freaking out, you know, just they're jumping, jump. They don't even think, you know. They don't even think. And so if you don't understand how amateur hour works, you, my friend, myself included, have been subject to this, where we sell something at the lows or buy something at the highs during amateur hour, waiting for the action to kind of play out. So if you have any questions, please stop by the Discord room, and please subscribe if you like what you see here. We'll do more educational videos, and yeah, keep an eye on TLT, even if you're not trading this. I mean, I'm definitely wrong and losing on this position, but what do you do when it gaps down at the open? Do you panic sell, or do you just wait and let it play out and have a system? That's where we talk about in the Discord room. Take care. Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right, and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.